Hey everyone, this is Kirk here again at optionalpha.com, and in today's Take 5 segment, I want to show you guys quickly how to find the dividend that any stock will pay and then also find its dividend yield. So basically, how much money you're going to make on the dividend basis versus the actual stock price that it's at right now. And we're going to look at NNN as an example today, and that's the ticker symbol, NNN. It's a stock that I used to cover back when I was covering REITs, and is a very good, long-term, reliable security that trades a lot of shares and is invested a lot in triple net real estate and pays a pretty good dividend. So you can see the stock actually it's had a pretty good run up right now, but even still at the level that it's at, pays a pretty decent dividend yield for the rest of the year. So the first thing you can do right in here in Thinkorswim is actually just go ahead and look at the actual symbols that are down here, kind of that show dividends and company announcements. So you can see right now that little dollar sign down here that it looks like a little dollar bill, that's that the stock actually pays a dividend of about 42 cents. Now you'll notice that that happens basically every quarter. So we know that this stock pays a quarterly dividend right now about 42 cents. But if we look back in time, actually, back in May of this year, it actually was paying a dividend of around 40 cents. So they have increased their dividend, which is good. That's helpful. That's why I love them, because they continue to increase their dividend and pay a little bit more. But now, another way that you can find it, if you couldn't find it that way, is to go to your trade tab or whatever you use in your broker platform. And as soon as you type in the ticker for that particular security that you're looking at, what you'll usually find is information on the last price that it traded at, the net change, the volume, the open, the high, the low, etc. And somewhere in there, you'll be able to get a little bit more information on the company. Now in Thinkorswim, you just have to open up the little box that's right below the underlying. So all we did was click this little arrow right here. And now you can see the yield. So it gives a little bit more information. Now the yield is the dividend yield. And that means that it's basically paying a 4.36% rate of return if you buy the stock now at $38.56 and it pays that dividend that it's paying currently today. And it also gives you PE ratios, earnings per share, and the most important thing that it gives you is the actual dividend. So again, that confirms that it's paying about 42 cents, and the frequency is Q, which is quarterly. Now, most stocks pay a quarterly dividend if they do pay dividends. They're usually going to pay them quarterly. There are, however, some stocks that will pay them a little bit different. Another security that I own that's a REIT pays a monthly dividend of a monthly dividend of 18 cents. Again, but it's monthly and has a little bit better yield than NNN. Okay, so a little bit different price, a little bit better yield. The actual dividend is lower. It's about 18 cents a share, but it is paid on a frequency of every single month. So every single month, like clockwork, I get a dividend check for owning this stock, and then I can buy more shares or use it to do whatever I want to do. So that's exactly how you find the dividend of any stock, and then also the dividend yield of any stock. Very quick and easy, very simple. You don't need to go online and search for it. Most of your broker platforms, and definitely Thinkorswim, has that inside of the platform. All right, so hopefully this has been a really helpful video. As always, these Take 5 segments are here to just help you take 5 minutes out of the day to learn one new cool thing about trading or options. And as always, happy trading.